Alright guys, I got the door open. First time in my life I've ever looked inside of one of these. Look at that, they even had aeration in there. There is no way in hell I am climbing down that ladder to get down in there, even though I kind of want to, but I also like living. Alright guys, who wants a Farmer Fran history lesson today? We're going to talk about these buildings. These are the first buildings on the farm, and I find them extremely interesting. Let's go. First step we're going to make is the old case tractor. This is the very first tractor on the farm. This was my great-grandpa's. He custom plowed with it when they were breaking all the ground out here. It does run. Haven't had it running for probably 5 or 6 years, but she does run. It's an old crank start. That's a lot of fun. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. If you guys want to see more about this, I can make another video, but this is going to run long if we talk about this too much. All right, so this is our first stop, guys. You see, this is a pretty big concrete bunk. I mean, I don't know how tall. I mean, this thing is freaking tall, guys. So what they did is they would dump silage in up there, and then they would just pack and pack until, obviously, you know, they couldn't pack anymore. Pretty good old system. My great-grandpa was from Germany, though, pre-World War II when he migrated, but you guys all know how well Germans are at building concrete bunkers. So yeah, very interesting on our first stop. All right, guys, this is gonna run way long, so I'm gonna keep recording, and I'm gonna split this up into a series. This is part one. If you're interested in this, because we haven't even got into that. There's grain facilities above us too. I mean, we've got a lot to cover here. So if you're interested in this, let me know in the comments and I'll drop this whole series out. All right, so we're still in the first cavern. We're not gonna get into those yet. We're gonna jump over and check out the other side, and then we will go up top. Okay, so we were just right there. Now we're gonna go here. See, this is pretty, all right, this is actually the same. This one here, the German engineering wasn't quite as good on that one. As you can see, this one's washed out, full of dirt. Kind of unfortunate. Someday I'm probably gonna have to tear these down, and it's really gonna break my heart to do so. But this was the same thing. This was a silage storage also, as you can see. So now we got another stop to make. Okay, so before we get into these two sides, now we gotta go up. All right, now we are up top. This is the silage part. Let's come over here. This is the grain storage. Come down here, as you can see, I got some weeds. And you ain't gonna get Farmer Fran on that ladder. Tell you all that. So there they'd put the auger, I'm assuming. I don't know how they did it, because this was, I have no idea, guys. This was long time ago. There's a door. Son of a bitch. I kind of want to open that door, but I ain't gonna. So yeah, this is where they would store the grain. And then down below there, they had those blocks. They'd back a truck in, open those blocks up and fill the trucks. And then I do believe this consisted of a lot of scooping, and I'm glad it's not that way anymore. Son of a buck. Now I really want to open that door, but I ain't gonna. Okay, so we're to the other side. This is all grain storage. I'm assuming they would just open these up and dump the trucks in and probably do a lot of scooping. All right, so grain storage, silage storage. Now we're gonna go over to these buildings. So this building, that case tractor was right there. This is just a simple room where they would back the trucks under to unload grain out. Not much really to see here. All right, so our first stop here, guys. We're gonna start above rather than below this time. So this was grain storage here, and I'll show you, I'll take you down below to the pit here in a minute. God, I really wanna open these freaking doors up. I have never, on any of these, I have never opened these up and looked inside of them. Grandpa might have some pot of gold hidden in there. So this is the top of the grain storage. We will go down below here in a minute. That was just a building. We'll go down, we'll check that out too. I'm gonna see if I can open one of these doors up, guys. All right, guys, I got the door open. First time in my life I've ever looked inside of one of these. Look at that, they even had aeration in there. There is no way in hell I am climbing down that ladder to get down in there, even though I kind of want to, but I also like living. I'll get trapped down there and Mrs. Fran won't know where I am and I'll die. Pretty interesting, pretty simple, pretty interesting. All right, here we are at the other side. It's just the same, nothing interesting down there. No hidden gold, unfortunately, and a ladder that Farmer Fran absolutely is not going down. See those holes? That's how they would unload these. So we're gonna go down below there and take a look at that. All right, guys, so we are down below. That right there's the building where I got the doors opened up. We're gonna open this up and I'll show you how they would unload those. All right, I got this opened up just enough to squeeze my fat belly through. So, as you can see, we're ready to load a truck. And yes, this thing runs. This thing runs like a gosh darn dream, I'll tell you that. This thing runs like a gosh darn dream, I'll tell you that. So, they would back the trucks up down this, and I don't like backing trucks up down this, as you can see. I do. That truck runs too, guys. My grandpa could not let these old trucks go. So see, just like that truck is, they'd back them down, open those, load the old truck up, and frickin' probably twist the axles off or the driveline off getting out of this son of a bitch. Yeah, pretty interesting. Neat old trucks, and like I said, I mean, these trucks run like tops, guys. My grandpa kept them in damn good shape. Not much to see down here. Hopefully not a rattlesnake, because I can't see shit. So yeah, just like it's parked, that's how it was done. Pretty inventive back in the day. All right, our final stop. I think this building was just simple storage. You can see, still use it today. This tractor runs, good old Case diesel tractor. Runs like a dream. Old Case 900, just got a fuel pump rebuilt on it. Yeah, it's a pretty neat old building here. That truck runs, of course. Use that for seed weed every year. Yeah, pretty nice old shop back in the day. Some cane seed. Pickup header. Don't use that anymore. Use that. Let's go in here. This really isn't that interesting in here. I really don't like it. It's kind of dank. I think it was just storage. Got a bunch of aeration tubes. I don't know what the fuck those are. God knows what's back there. Probably rattlesnake. So yeah, there you have it, guys. Some of the first buildings on the place. Pretty interesting, but that might just be to me.